Hello everybody, this is Exoflyer 2003. I am a gotcha-tuber who loves anime, and I am also subscribed to Napstabluke Zero. I also know Red Firefox because we are good friends in person, even though he is a massive introvert and prefers to spend most of his time alone. Despite that, we get along really well. Red Firefox joined YouTube December 10th, 2020, and uploaded his first YouTube video January 13th, 2024. I absolutely love his content, especially his gotcha videos and the Thomas memes, which are hilarious. So I recently watched his Dramatic Criminals movie, which is a movie revolving around the recent gotcha-tuber drama, which fortunately has come to an end. It involved saving a humanoid child from two destructive sociopathic diclonius by the name of Lucy, who is from the anime Elfen Lied, and her sidekick Mick, along with their trusty mount and pet, a Hellhorse fan, who were kidnapping her as a revenge for her tribe killing off half of their pack. Their intent was to eat her and then destroy all of mankind, humanoid kind, and beast kind, and kill anyone who dares to try and stop them. I also got extremely emotional at the end when Xiu disappeared into the fog with her mommy, her tribe, and her pets. But the part that really hit hard was when Xiu played peekaboo for the final time with Red Firefox and waving goodbye to him. And the part where Matsuda, now an angel in heaven, thanks Azuria for bringing his daughter back to the tribe. All of that made me bawl my eyes out. It reminded me so much of Ice Age, where Manny and Sid finally brought the baby back to his tribe. And it made me think a lot about my deceased father, too. I miss him so much. But then, things started to get crazy. One day, I had gotten home after a long day from working at a Norwegian restaurant. I decided to sit down and watch some TikToks of my favorite anime, when all of a sudden, I got an email notification. I opened it up, and it said, "Dear anime fan from North Dakota, we would privately like to show you our version of the final fight scene from Dramatic Criminals, as we would rather not release it to the public. Once you watch this, please do not screen it anywhere. Kindest regards, Anonymous." And I thought to myself, what the actual hell? There was a link to the video at the end of the letter. I clicked on the link and played the video. But before the video actually began, it said, "Warning, not for children or the faint of heart. Viewers' discretion is advised. You have been warned." Those last words made me feel uncomfortable. I knew what they meant, but I continued watching the video anyway. The video starts with Lucy, Mick, and the Hellhorse van cornering Azuria. Lucy looked a lot more scary and cruel than she did in the original version. She had black eyes with red pupils and was crying blood. She had a big, malicious smile on her face, which revealed her shiny silver canine teeth. The scene went like normal until Lucy closed in on Azuria and Xiu. Azuria stared at Red Firefox, who was off screen as if she was staring at me, with tears in her eyes. The shot then cut to Red Firefox. Unlike in the original version, Red Firefox did not wake up. He was dead. His head had hit the rock wall too hard after Lucy threw him, and did not survive. There wasn't any blood, but it was still a shock to see Red Firefox's corpse. Red Firefox's head slouched to the right. His left horn was missing. His right eye lay partially open but blank, and with his left eye completely closed. His mouth was agape, with his tongue hanging out, and several of his front teeth were busted. Then Azuria and Lucy made direct eye contact. Azuria tried to defend Xiu and herself by swinging her horns, but she missed Lucy. Then Lucy jumped on Azuria, knocking her on her left side, successfully pinning her to the ground. Then Lucy looked at Azuria and said in a demonic voice,
"Tasty Vulpatherium."
And she laughed evilly. The screen then went black as Lucy, Mick, and Hellhorse began to devour Azuria and Xiu. I could hear Azuria and Xiu screaming in intense agony as they were both getting mauled and eaten alive before eventually slipping into a state of shock. The only thing the rest of the herd could do was look on with the 1,000-yard stare in horror of what was happening. Laurelin the Kiteslick, however, was the only one to speak.
"Holy shit! What the fuck is going on?"
Screamed Laurelin. This caught Lucy's attention.
"Finish her, Mick,"
Lucy commanded. Laurelin tried to run away, but Mick caught up to her and pounced on her, rolling off screen. I could hear Laurelin gagging as she was getting gruesomely mauled by Mick. The rest of the herd ran away in horror of what they had just witnessed.
"Finally, the world is mine,"
said Lucy triumphantly as soon as everyone else was out of sight. She then laughed hysterically like she never had before and continued the feast. The video ends there. I was so disturbed by that scene that I literally began to feel sick at that moment. So I got up and ran to the bathroom to throw up. And I had to throw up quite a huge chunk because the audio was so disgusting. Later that night, I had a nightmare where I was being chased by Lucy, Mick, and their Hellhorse van until they caught up to me and killed me. I woke up screaming. I was so terrified I didn't sleep until 6 o'clock in the morning. Can you believe that? I tried to take my mind off of that shit by baking myself some chocolate chip cookies and drinking some apple juice. But it bothered me so much that I eventually decided to hire a private investigator. He told me that, depending on the circumstances, the investigation may take weeks or about even a month to complete. As of now, they are still searching for the user responsible for that video. I hope they find him sooner than later, and that when they do, they will throw his ass in jail and execute him. I did, however, learn a very important lesson that day. And that is, if you ever receive an email from any random person, don't click on it. This is ExoFlyer 2003 signing out. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to Red Firefox.